Okay, super fantastic. Finally got my YouTube up live tonight here on a Wednesday night, College of Healthcare Professions. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to erase this. I have this on a separate video that I discussed, and I was having technical difficulties earlier. So you all get to see it on a different video, but it was done today as well. Okay, so let me erase this so I can get to lecturing the basics of coding. I'm going to kind of somewhat touch on chapters 5 and 6 in the Fordney book, the pink and white Fordney book. What chapter is that on the syllabus you asked for you all on Canvas? The step-by-step book, you know what chapter it is? It says week 1, chapter something. Let me see something. Week 1. Yeah. Chapter 2 in your step-by-step book. Okay. Let me write this down. I'm touching two birds with one stone. Step-by-step book, which is verse 2, is covering the ICD 10. And for the Fordney book, the pink and white one, not the blue and white update one, but the pink and white book. Okay, I'm going to talk about chapter 5, which deals with the ICD 10. Okay, very good. No, this is part of it. Will be for my other school that I teach at, but you all need just a step-by-step book. It's not necessary. Okay, so ICD-10. ICD-10. Why is ICD-10 necessary? Who invented ICD-10, the big, beautiful book? Let me see your book. So, this big, thick, beautiful, chunky book is known as the ICD-10 2019 book. And guess what, you guys? And we can't exchange it. What year do you have in your book? Okay. So come Halloween night, after midnight, and it becomes November 1st, this book would have expired. I'm just saying, okay? Can't trade or take these books back because it's already been issued and given, and you already signed for them. So just use them for the classroom. However, when you do get out there in the real world and start working in the real world, then your office manager or supervisor are responsible for getting you the 2020 book. So come November 1st, you all would need the 2020 book come November 1st, okay? And that book, again, is good verse 2020. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So I'm sorry, Brenda. Sorry. Okay. For the rest of you guys, if you all work in a workplace where you are paying for this, your doctor needs to reimburse you for that because that's not your responsibility to get that. That is your medical efficiently. Okay? All right. So this is the book. What is it, dear? This is the book that diagnosis code. So thank you so much, Brenda. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Now, let's discuss the difference between diagnosis code and procedure code. Diagnosis code. What does diagnosis code tell? Good. Somebody remembered what I said, or at least have an idea. Tell what is wrong or what is the matter with the patient. Okay? Procedure code tells what?
Surgery or
Mm-hmm.
what they did to the patient?
What they did to the patient. What did the doctor or provider, and a provider could be nurse practitioner, physician assistant, occupational medicine, speech pathologist, whomever. What did the doctor or provider do about the patient? What did they do about the patient? Okay, there's a difference between the two. Diagnosis code, you use an ICD-10-CM book. Procedure code, you use a CPT code book. Okay? Now, do y'all understand why y'all have two different books? Okay? Now, let me bring this over a little bit more here. Okay. Written by who?
It's no Shanika in your class, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm good. How are you, dear? I'm doing fantastic. It's written by who? Who is known as the world CP, the American Medical Association. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering, why is it necessary to, how did they comprise to all the information in these books and they have them renewed every year? It's called data. It's called data. Sometimes data is taken under aggregates, such as common diseases. Okay, and for example, we may need to get an aggregate of how many folks in your database has type 1 diabetes, or how many folks in your database have type 2 diabetes. Okay, now sometimes they go by age. Okay, they may want a population of people with diabetes that's between the age of 5 and 10, maybe 11 through 18, maybe 5, and so on and so on, because they got to categorize how these patients are sick according to age. Age is a determining factor of the statistics. Type of diabetes is the determining factor of statistics. When I say aggregate, aggregate is saying when you put the sequence in the system, you given a command to say aggregate semicolon diabetes. Okay? You want all the folks who are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And the reason why you're doing that, why does that matter? Age, you have race, you have weight, you have population, you have area of living, Working poor. I'll explain to you about the working poor. You have the poor, working poor. You have the middle class. You have the upper class, and you have the supersonic rich. Okay? Area of living. Area of living. Do they live north of Houston with this issue? South of Houston, east of Houston, west of Houston, maybe northeast of Houston, maybe northwest of Houston, maybe southeast of Houston, maybe southwest of Houston. The diseases and how they are acquired. Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so say for instance, and Brenda, I'm very sure you've seen this. You, Taylor, and Isabel have seen this as patients. So I'm speaking provider versus patient. Where when the patient comes into the office, their address, it has race, it has their age, what do they do for an occupation that gives us an idea. Um, their zip code of where you live that tells us what side of town, how to zone that illness. Um, Also, it tells us a lot about your family history, things of that nature. We take all of that on the data sheet whenever a claim is filed, a CMS 1500 form. Whenever a CMS 1500 form is filed, and sometimes within that clearinghouse, they are abstracting information and categorizing it. So as soon as it goes through them through such electronic force and transmission, the ages go into population, the diagnosis go into a population, the race goes into a population. So in case research scientists or data scientists like myself need to research information office that bills or generates their bill through a clearinghouse. Now, that may not be always necessarily so. Some doctors' offices may not want to use a clearinghouse. They may want to go ahead and pay that little extra and send the insurance straight over to the insurance company, and the insurance company has a separate department that will decipher through all of that rubble data or place in their data box. Okay? And so they take all that information and it goes to CDC. Anybody heard of CDC? Centers of
Disease control.
Centers of Disease Control. Okay? And they help keep up with all the population of what's going on in America. Sometimes you can have, what do you call that mosquito bite?
Malaria.
Okay, malaria. But a lot of the malaria is happening on the northwest side of town. So, what does that tell scientists, environmentalists, physicians? What does that tell us if a lot of patients come from the northwest side of town with the northwest zip code and they come in with malaria? That's saying we need to check for maybe bats in the area. I don't know if bats get malaria or whatever. Or maybe we need to check for the water in the area. You know, it gives us signs and symptoms of what to do. I think aggregating in data science or being a data information person, I think it's super fantastic. If you like research, if you can appreciate research and how to gather information, it tells you a lot. So this is how all this is done to help write this beautiful book. This is how all this is done to help write this beautiful book. But they're sponsored by two different agencies, World Health Organization and the American Medical Association. Does everybody understand? Okay. And when will your books expire?
October, no, November 1st.
Well, Halloween,
October 31st.
October 31st. It will expire Halloween night. Now, tell me this. When should you get a new book? Or when the new book begin?
November 1st.
November 1st. Should you always get a new book every November 1st?
Yes,
Why?
because it expires.
It expires. And the codes may differ. So say for instance, um, diabetes. Diabetes is code I don't know, 25.9. And this was this code for this year, 2019.
Is hypertension I
It could be.
I ten?
Oh, it is?
I think.
Okay, well, you
No,
good.
I don't have any of that.
I don't memorize everything. That book is too thick to memorize all this stuff. The only way I memorize certain diagnosis codes is if I work with them every day, all day. That's the only way I can remember. Not all of them, but certain ones that I see all the time. Okay. Now, this is 2019. Let's suppose for 2020 it's now I 25.81 for 2020. Is there a difference in the code numbers? Yes. So what they've done, somewhere along the way, some codes were not necessary. So they moved them. Some codes were necessary. They kept them. Okay. Again, it all goes back to aggregating data. You can aggregate again by disease, age, race, weight, economic population, and area of living. That's how this happens. Okay, does everybody understand? Okay, super fantastic. Bless your heart, you okay, Mama? I know, I know, I know. Bless your heart, bless your heart. Okay, you wrote it down? Okay, all right, let me go ahead and erase it. Let's see if it'll let me erase with this. No. Thank you so much, Brenda, for getting me this. Okay.
Miss Harper,
Yes. Yes.
my book says but Brenda's book is for hospitals. Is it different?
Ooh. Let me see. Mm, if it does, it should say ICD-10 PCS. But does it have a volume 3 in here? Volume 2.
You're able to.
Yeah, my son is
Mm. Who gave y'all books? Was it me or Miss?
Yeah. They were
Me?
stacked up.
They were stacked up already.
Yeah.
Mm. Is there a volume 3? That's my concern. Let me look at the table. It'll fall out my hand. Okay. As long as it doesn't have a volume 3. A volume 3 will say ICD-10 PCS for procedure code, and it'll be in the very, very back for volume 3. So, training purposes to let you know, and I'll talk about that in a minute. He goes, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm glad you pointed that out, though. That uh-oh. Okay, good. Okay, so it shouldn't be a difference, but I don't know. I didn't order the books. Okay. When you're doing coding, and let me put on here diagnosis coding for a physician office. You will need an ICD-10 CM book. You will need a Hicks-Picks book. The ICD-10 book and the CPT book are your most common 2 books that you will need working in the front office. Okay?
But they usually provide those.
They usually provide those in the doctor's office. Mhm. Now, Hicks Picks book is mostly used for home health reasons. Okay, so let's suppose you work for a physician's office, and let's suppose that you work for a physician's office that gives out wheelchairs, crutches, a regular family practice doctor, or internal medicine doctor. And children come in sometime with fractured legs. Sometimes children come in with a fractured arm and you need a sling. You need a Hicks Picks code. A Hicks Picks code, a code that begins with an alphabet and then four numbers preceding behind it. A CPT code have five numbers behind it. A diagnosis code has an alphabet, two numbers, a decimal, a fourth digit, fifth digit, sixth digit, and sometimes a seventh digit if there needs to be a placeholder. Okay? Again, what? What's wrong with the patient? Procedure code tells what? What did they do about the patient, or what did they do to the patient? Absolutely. Okay, so these are the three books you need for a physician's office whenever you're doing diagnosis coding, billing and coding in a physician's office. Now, I'm going to switch up something on. If you're working in a hospital setting, so let me divide this up. ICD 10, PCS, and Hicks Picks. This is a two-digit procedure code that'll sometimes have a third digit, sometimes a fourth digit. This right here, and remember these are procedure codes. This right here is a diagnosis code. Again, like I said, it'll have your alphabet number here, 1, 2, period, 5 digits, 6 digits, 7 digits, sometimes a placeholder if it's needed. Hicks Picks is your alphabet, and it is followed by four numbers. So if a child goes in to have a whole leg brace, oh my God, have their leg on a cast and they have to lay in the bed with it elevated, there's a Hicks Picks code for that contraption that they set up on the bed. There's Hicks Picks for any other instruments that's set up at home for home health needs. There's diagnosis code, the child fell off the tree, fractured their right hip, broke their tibia and their fibula, also smashed their pinky toe. I mean, they just had an ugly fall. Okay, so you have diagnosis code. PCS says what type of procedure was done while they were in the hospital. Did they have a closed reduction surgery or an open reduction surgery? That it broken through the skin. So you can see the natural bone of that patient, their vessels, their everything, okay? Because it has broken through. So it's an open reduction. They got to take the opening and reduce it back into the inside. A closed reduction type surgery is one that says the child broke his leg, but it never broke through the skin. It just, when you pick up the leg limps like that. Okay, but it did not break through the skin. So therefore, they have to go in and put a pin in it to bring the leg back together again. That is called a closed reduction surgery. A closed reduction surgery are fractures that have happened on the inside of the body, but the bone never broke to the outside. Okay, so those procedures are never found in here. You can find some fractures in here if it says the doctor. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, for all of this, the hospitals will get charged to the insurance company $35,000. Child went in Friday, got back out on Sunday night or Monday morning, $35,000. Okay, now that's on the UB 92 or the UB 04. Okay, this right here on the CMS 1500, which is formally named as HICFA. HICFA 1500. Okay, HICFA 1500, CMS 1500. Same thing. Now you're probably asking, well, Ms. Harper, why are you mentioning a form that's either 95, 60 years old or still stuck in their ways? If they say, Brenda, bring me a HICFA 1500 form, they mean a CMS 1500. Two form, they mean UBO 4. Okay? So old school, new school, just know that they're talking the same thing. It's nothing different. Okay? I don't want that to catch you by surprise, like, huh? Huh? What is that? What is that? I ain't never heard of that. Well, I told you. Okay? All right. So let me reiterate. For the doctor's office, this is what you need. ICD-10 book, Hicks book, CPT's got to charge for the professionalism of his hands, his handiwork. This right here was saying the procedures that was done in the surgery room. They got to charge for the hospital care and for the surgery room. So this is charged for the surgery room and hospital care. You take that roll home, we're gonna charge you for that too. We're gonna, because the hospital gonna let us know that you took it home. So we're gonna charge that on your bill too. So now, okay, now when the doctor comes back to his office, he said, "I seen the patient. I treated his professional services or business patient in the hospital. The HIM department is going to come to his office, telling them how many days was the patient here. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, when we get to codes. Okay. Now he's got the controls. He says, I I've been, and 10 minutes is costing me $350. Saturday, Sunday, and I discharged the Monday. So 350 times 4. How much money is that? 1,000 how much? $1,400 to be seen by the doctor for 4 days, just for 10 minutes. Good money. But he also, that's not it. He also got to be paid for his handiwork. So he goes to surgery codes. 50, I'll just say 5012, 50120. This right here has sister surgery. So we got to use modifier. Yeah, working for free, brother. Everybody cannot work for free. Okay? Costs money. All right? She's like, hey. The doctor for his professional services is going to pay what? 12, what? $22,000 for his handiwork. Plus 1,400 just to come in and say, "Hi, how you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? Did you go?" Okay, great. That's all they do. That's all they do for. We gotta make sure you has gas. Because we gotta make sure you all right. Because you can get home and say, oh, I'm heart attack. Oh, I feel so sick. He's a MRSA. No, we need to make sure that you're okay. Okay, gas, that let us know you're all right. And they don't mind it's like freedom. You're going home. I'm so glad. It's so out of you ringing the nursing button. You ring it every day, 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I'm coming in here and seeing what you want. So glad, Julie. You're not gonna be one of them patients. Oh, now, like, what? Now, like that, take your bottle. It is. And you be like, ma'am. I'm like, ooh, that was good. You woke me up. But that means I'm never asked for nothing. Okay. So $400 for the physician's 23,000. The patient pay is going to be billed to the insurance company for $36,000. Room and board. He had 3 square meals a day. Jimmy Fallon. He said, I want a kind of bug my nurses. Can I have a sandwich box? And they bring me a sandwich box. Wait a minute. Y'all got some fruit, some applesauce. Yeah, man. Can I have some little bit? Okay, man. I be bugging them for some stuff. Sometimes I'll tell my husband, how about this over? Bring me some fruit. You know how I like my fruit. I like my fruit, you know. If it's like fruit and whatever, I'm like, I am fruit out. I need some bread. Can y'all bring me a sandwich? What y'all got? Y'all got ham, turkey. Okay, give me ham tonight. I'll take that. Ooh, it's a little salty. Ooh, can I get turkey instead? That ham was a little soft. Okay. So, do y'all understand how this works? The doctor got to get the bill is transmitted, information is transmitted from the hospital to the doctor's office for his what? Handiwork, his brain, all, all his education. He went to school for. All his 8, 10, 12, 14 years he went to school for. Y'all gotta help pay that man's tuition back. He said, that's not my problem. I didn't tell him to be a doctor. That's his choice. Okay. Y'all got it out there in TV land? I guess y'all do. I'm going to erase this. All right. Let's see if this works. Oh, okay, good. Good. She be getting markers from. Well, they treacherous. Okay. I think maybe this doesn't erase, but you have to wet that down to get. I mean, look how you have to do that. Okay. Let's talk about the anatomy and physiology of, your ICD-10 book. Let's talk about that. ICD-10.
I know.
All right, Mila. Grab me. Okay. So I know this is an old book. I'm telling my YouTubers out there, yes, Miss Harper knows this is an old book. Yes, it is. It's a 2018 edition. I know it is. But um, I'm just using it for all teaching purposes. Okay. So when we open up the front of this book here, here's the cover of this book. Okay, the cover of this book, right? Kind of, I like to tease because I used to teach pre-K, kindergarten. Okay. So, yeah, this is the cover of the book. See how pretty the colors are? Ooh, oh. And the kids go, yeah, that's pretty. All the colors. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I just can't go from it. All right. So now we're going to turn the page. Carol book. There you go. Wrote the book. Very good. Here's a table of content. Now you're probably wondering, why am I having you all to look at this book cover to cover, page by page? It's simply because you need to know what's in your book. When you're out there processing claims and you're talking to these insurance companies, and sometimes they may not always be the friendliest customer service reps that want to help you answer your questions. You're going to have to go back and know what's in your book. You have a table of contents in your book. When you turn this page, you have the guide to using your ICD-10 CM book. Okay, so now when you turn to this page, it's telling you what the certain uh, codes mean. And when you get ready to, you're going to understand the color codes, like includes, exclude notes, exclude one, use addition, and placeholder. Does everyone see that? Then you have the different symbols right here. It tells you what the symbols are. When we get ready to start coding, I'm going to reiterate that again. But I need you to know where to find this. So you'd be like, what does that sideways pyramid mean? Oh, that means new additional code. What does that blue arrow mean? Oh, that means it's been revised. What does that red dot mean? Oh, that means use additional characters. Does everybody see that? So that way, in case you need to understand some, put your mind back in kindergarten. Ooh, so page one. The world's best person ever, because they just think you're so the best. Okay. Guide to the ICD-10 updates. So, volume, the book, the ICD-10 has 21 chapters. It has 21 chapters. Chapters are broken down per alphabet. Okay? Let's look at this one. So we have chapter 1. Chapter 1 is for certain infections and parasitic diseases. Chapter 2 is for neoplasms. Neoplasms mean cancer. Okay. Chapter 3, chapter certain disorders involving the immune mechanism. Chapter diseases. Chapter 5, mental. Where's chapter 6?
This is a the nervous system.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Okay, disease of the nervous system. Very good. Chapter 7, disease of the eye and neck side. Chapter, does that make sense? Again, I'm getting you acquainted with your book page by page from cover to back. Okay, because you need to know what's in it. Okay, let's skip through all those chapters. Keep going. And we're going to get to where it says introduction. Does everybody see the page where it says introduction? Okay, so now it's giving you the introduction to the official guidelines of the coding and reporting. I would really advise y'all at your leisure to read about the coding guidelines. Uh, Monday night about the trip. Anybody want to go on the trip? It's in Corpus Christi. It's 50 a person, and the school is willing to pay for it. I'm gonna go on that. I plan on going, but like I said, if I go, I'm 50 years old, so I'm not one of them people where I want to leave 6 in the morning, get there right at the time. Walker want to leave at about 6, 7 Friday morning. Stop every 2 hours. Rest my legs. Walk. Rest my legs. Walk.
You said in the morning
Mhm.
on Friday. I have to show up to my job.
It'll show it to your job. Okay.
And like for example, what will we do that day?
That particular day in your room, kind of look around, get acquainted with stuff. Maybe you want to go and get you some snacks to have in your room overnight if you're a snack person. I'm a snack person. Okay. And then I come back, we probably go out to eat somewhere. And then come back to the room, go to sleep. The next day you get ready and you go to the event. And the event all the way till 6 o'clock, I think, that evening on Saturday. So you're refreshed, your mind is alert, you've rested, you're not stressed, you're not cranky because you've been in the vehicle all day. You know, you've had some good sleep. We party, we talk, we network, talk, whatever, and then go to bed about 10, 11 o'clock, and we wake up the next morning and we leave about 8, 9 o'clock the next morning. So just think about it. I'm 50 years old. I'm not like what I used to. I just, I get down, I'm gonna leave at 4 o'clock, and I'm just gonna zoom straight. No, Ms. Harper need to take a break every 2 hours. I'm 50. I'm not 30. I'm 50. Y'all just let me know. I may not go. If y'all don't go, I don't go. That's fine with me. Don't make me go. Never mind. Okay, so let's keep going through here. So y'all here, which is Netter's anatomy. Yay. All this beautiful stuff. How many of y'all have seen the show called Good Doctor? Okay, how do you like that show?
I like it. I love it.
I love it. Autism can still function, but he has a high level of autism, right? Okay. So the reason why I like to point this out is that when you all, how can I say, do coding and you want to imagine the function of the body, the way Dr. Shepard, I think that's his name. What's his name, Doctor?
I don't know his last name. I just know it's Sean.
Sean. Okay, let's say Dr. Sean. The way Dr. Sean does on the show called The Good Doctor, Dr. Sean, is that he could see the functions of the body like in mid-air and like, oh, well, if it was like that and if it does this, oh, then it may be that problem. Blah, 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 blah. Well, as a coder, you need to kind of look at things like Dr. Sean looked at it. So you have an idea, okay? For you to learn and see things the way Dr. Sean looks at it on the good doctor. Okay? Alrighty. So Netta's anatomy, all these beautiful good part here. This is the alphabetic index. Okay? Now, the alphabetic index is volume 2. Okay? Put that down on the board. It's volume 2. This is where you find all the diseases, conditions, conditions, illnesses,
Injury.
huh? Injuries,
Location.
hmm, location, exactly. After you find everything in the alphabet, 1.